Total War Troy. Oh my. I'm excited for this. But this ain't no action game. It's a love story. This is a story of how one woman led hundreds and thousands of simps. I mean soldiers, my bad, to their graves. Now, you might be wondering, what the fuck is with this woman? I mean, what she got? I'm pretty sure she has 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, just like every other woman. But then, to answer your question, I'd like you to think about the prettiest, the hottest girl, Instagram model that you've ever seen. I want you to think about your high school crush, the girl that you could never have. Ouch. But then, 10x that, 100x that, and then you got Helen of Troy. I think we're getting too excited, too ahead of ourselves. Let's backtrack a little bit. A Total War Saga Troy is one of the most anticipated, the most awaited real-time strategy games of 2020. When I saw its story, that it was set during the Bronze Age revolving around the greatest war of all time, the Trojan War, it was like a dream come true. With both of my eyes wide open. And one thing was in my mind: great content. Hell yeah! In this video, we're gonna be talking about the story behind the video game. Okay, so how did this bloody war start? How did this madness start? Well, here's the story. So the Trojans, they were in Sparta to make a treaty of peace with the Spartans, with King Menelaus. And of course, it was a party, yeah. You know what they do in party? They have drinks. And our boy Paris, he was getting a pizza. He was a single prince, so while he was getting his pizza, he was scanning the room. He was scanning the room for some ladies, beautiful chicks. And then all of a sudden, someone caught his eye, and he was like, oh shit. And he saw Helen, Queen Helen of Sparta. And mind you, Queen Helen of Sparta, she was taken. She was married to King Menelaus. But our boy Paris, he was like, Jesus Christ, she's so beautiful. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to the story. Let's keep the ball rolling. So, as the Greeks and the Trojans, they were doing their peace treaty. They were saying, peace be with you, man. Peace be with you. They didn't notice that Queen Helen and Paris were having an affair. They were having a forbidden affair. And in that short span of time of like 2 hours, just kidding. But anyway, in that short amount of time, in that short span of time, they fell deeply, irrevocably in love with one another, and they couldn't do a fucking thing. So, when it came time for the Trojans to go back to their homeland, Paris suddenly asks Helen, hey, you wanna come over to my place tonight? And Helen, she says something like, yeah, sure. And from that moment on, all hell broke loose. The next morning, after the peace treaty, Menelaus woke up. He was like, who? Where the fuck's my wife? He looks all over the castle, and he couldn't find it. And he was like, hey, guards! Where's my wife? And then he realized that when the Trojans left, that was when his wife went missing. And he was furious. He called up his brother Agamemnon And they were bound to make the toughest army, the most savage, man-killing, holy shit army. This army was complete with the greatest, legendary Greek heroes from Achilles, Patroclus, Diomedes, Odysseus, Nestor, and Ajax. These heroes were bomb-proof, bulletproof, coronavirus pandemic-proof. Okay, so the Greek army, they were ready. They were pumped up. They were gonna massacre the fuck out of the Trojans. Okay, so when the Greeks finally arrived at the Trojan beach, at their shores, holy fuck! These guys, if you've seen their faces, they weren't human. They were menacing. They were lions, waiting to show the world how menacing they are. They knew, the Greeks knew, that beyond that beach, what lies there is immortality. Immortality in the sense of not living without dying. Immortality in the sense that even till this day, we talk about the Greeks, the might of the Greeks, and the great Trojan War. The Trojan War actually lasted an insane 10 years. So by the 10th year, their grandpas fighting each other. And all that they could say was, my back's killing me. But then, within that 10-year span, it paved the way for some of the most epic battles, epic duels between the mightiest Trojan versus the mightiest Greek. The war finally ended with one deceitful trick that the Greeks had up their sleeve. The Greeks, they were smart. They knew what they were doing. So they pretended to retreat, to go back home. And before doing so, they left a hollow wooden horse and Sinon, who pretended to be a deserter. And Sinon eventually convinced the Trojans to bring that Trojan horse back into the city. I think he said that the Trojan horse was a peace offering from the Greeks. What the Trojans didn't know was in that hollow horse were a few select Greek warriors, so that when night came, they would open the Trojan gates, and the Greeks who pretended to retreat, to go back home, were already there, waiting to penetrate the walls. And that ended the war. The Trojans were massacred. They didn't know what was coming for them. Thank you so much for watching till the end. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please do leave a thumbs up. And as always, show some love and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.